Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the famous offspring who've taken on characters and projects that are reminiscent of their parents' work.
Maybe this time I'll win.
Number 10. Billy Lord, Star Wars sequel trilogy. Many celebrity kids fight to get away from their famous parents' legacy.
The first Star Wars memory,
Your first Star Wars memory
was me kicking and screaming because she was begging me to watch it. I was like 4 years old.
Billy Lord openly embraces it. Carrie Fisher's daughter didn't just make an appearance in the franchise that made her mother famous, she even donned a similar hairstyle. While her mum originated Princess Leia and her unmistakable hairdo, Lord entered a galaxy far, far away in 2015's The Force Awakens, playing Lieutenant Connix.
General, are you seeing this?
2 more X-Wings down. That's half our fleet destroyed.
She appeared in all 3 installments of the new trilogy. If that weren't enough, after Fisher's untimely passing, Lord stood in as the young Leia in scenes taking place during the original movies.
She surrendered her saber to me and said that one day it would be picked up again by someone who would finish her journey.
Number 9. Scott Eastwood, Diablo.
Those Mexicans you saw, they took my wife. They came in the night and they took her.
There are few actors who embody the Western like Clint Eastwood. Given his long history with the genre and the fact that Hollywood doesn't make as many gunslingers as they used to, it would seem unlikely that his son would go down that road. But 2015's revisionist Western Diablo is a story in dialogue with the kinds of movies that the senior actor made.
Look, I'm sorry to bring stories of bloodshed and kidnapping to your door. Those things had to be said.
Scott Eastwood's performance provides a twist on his dad's persona. His character here is actually a villain, masquerading as a gun-toting hero.
Bring it to me! I'll kill every last one of you.
It's an interesting concept, and one that tries to do something interesting with the myth of the Wild West, even if critics were cold on it. Number 8. Cooper Hoffman, Licorice Pizza.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hello, handsome.
There's a reason Philip Seymour Hoffman and director Paul Thomas Anderson were frequent collaborators. They brought out the best in each other. Hoffman passed in 2014, but his legacy lives on in his son.
I'm cooler than you. Don't forget it.
I don't need you to tell me whether I'm cool or not, old lady.
Cooper Hoffman had never acted before, which was exactly the quality Anderson was looking for here. In Licorice Pizza, he plays a child actor and seems to have the same ability to give an authentic, grounded performance in front of a camera as his father. The fact that it's his debut performance is truly shocking. Hoffman won acclaim and even nabbed a few award nominations for his work.
So how'd you become such a hotshot actor?
I'm a showman. It's my calling. I don't know how to do anything else. It's what I'm meant to do.
Number 7. Maya Hawke, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
How about you? Are you calling me a liar?
No, of course not.
Uma Thurman starred in 3 Quentin Tarantino movies, and about 15 years later, her daughter would be in front of his camera. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is an alternate history of Hollywood in the late 60s. Maya Hawke was just one of several celebrity kids cast in the movie's large ensemble, but her mother's history with the director makes her appearance especially notable.
Sorry, I forgot my knife in the car. Can I go back and get it?
Hawke plays Flower Child, a character based on Manson family member Linda Kasabian. Her performance is all too brief, but it feels like a fun and exciting way to honour her mum's legacy. If it means she may work with the director again in the future, we're all for it.
What do I think
He
it
has
would
said
take?
that casting you opposite your mom would be exciting.
Number 6. Michael Gandolfini, The Many Saints of Newark.
Hi, Christopher, hello. Oh, what's the matter? Don't cry, it's only me, your Uncle Tony.
James Gandolfini gave one of the best performances of all time as Tony Soprano. Over 6 seasons, his incredible work was the centerpiece of one of HBO's greatest series. Sadly, Gandolfini passed away in 2013.
Fans across the country and his friends in Hollywood are remembering him. Gandolfini, a Jersey boy, the son of an Italian immigrant who, as Tony Soprano, made a mark few others could on television.
Following this, his son Michael entered the industry. As luck would have it, a prequel film about Tony Soprano went into production, and he was cast as the younger version of his father's iconic character.
Well, what makes her happy? Happy? My mother?
Of course, these would be hard shoes to fill for any actor. However, Gandolfini more than wears them admirably, with many even singling out his performance as a high point. Number 5. Brandon Lee, The Crow. The son of movie legend Bruce Lee was on the verge of superstardom when he played a vengeful anti-hero in this flick.
He died a year ago, the moment he touched her. They're all dead. They just don't know it yet.
Though it was very different in style from the martial arts movies his father made, it was easy to draw parallels between the two. Indeed, Brandon was well on his way to becoming an action star in his own right.
Mr. Gideon, you're not paying attention.
But there's another more tragic reason his participation in the film reminded people of Bruce Lee. Sadly, he died during production due to a freak accident with a prop gun.
When Brandon didn't get up, everyone was stunned. Then when everyone heard the medic go, "Brandon, are you all right?" the place just went, whew, was like dead quiet.
His dad unfortunately passed shortly prior to Enter the Dragon's release, which would become his most famous project. Number 4, John David Washington, Black Klansman.
I'm just happy to be talking to a true white American.
Amen. It seems like there's less and less of us out there these days.
Denzel Washington has done some career-best work with writer-director Spike Lee. Together they told some unforgettable stories. So when it was announced that the actor's son, John David Washington, would star in Lee's 2018 movie, Black Klansman, it immediately invited comparison. But it wasn't just that he was working with one of his father's frequent collaborators.
Is that right? I'm young. There's a real niche for me. Getting where I fit in.
You think a lot of yourself, don't you?
I'll do whatever it takes.
In the film, Washington plays a detective trying to investigate local Ku Klux Klan members. It's an important and urgent story, and the leading role feels like one his dad would have played for the director had it been made 30 years earlier.
What the hell did you just do?
Sir, if you lay a finger on me, I'll arrest your ass for assaulting a police officer. It's worth about 5 years in prison.
Number 3, Dakota Johnson, 50 Shades franchise. In the blockbusting erotic trilogy, Johnson plays Anastasia Steele, a college student who becomes twisted up in the web of a businessman with an intense approach to relationships.
You seem nervous.
I find you intimidating.
You should. Eat.
You'd think some of the stuff in this drama could only be made in a more progressive modern era. But if you know anything about Dakota Johnson's mother, Melanie Griffith, you'd know that roles in risque projects are something of a family hobby.
I like to watch.
Makes you hot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Griffith had many femme fatale roles in thrillers like Body Double and Night Moves. These movies almost feel like precursors to the titillating thrills of 50 Shades, as they all share a desire to push the boundaries of what can be shown on the silver screen.
We're in a parking lot.
I know.
Number 2, Liza Minnelli, Cabaret.
You're American.
Oh, God, how depressing. You're meant to think I'm an international woman of mystery. I've been working on it like mad.
A sexy, dark Bob Fosse musical set against the backdrop of the rising fascism in 1930s Germany is a far cry from the kind of happy old-fashioned jaunts Judy Garland made. However, it was hard not to see her legendary knack for song, dance and drama in Cabaret's star.
So I do what I do. When I'm through, then I'm through. And I'm through. Toodaloo.
Garland's daughter Liza Minnelli rightfully won an Oscar for her role as Sally Bowles, the headliner of a seedy Berlin cabaret. With the part, Minnelli proved she has more than nepotism on her side. She's a natural talent.
Do you really think so? I mean, really?
Yes. Yes, I do.
While she was able to carve out an image and persona of her own, Minnelli still pays tribute to her mother's massive legacy in her own work.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Jamie Lee Curtis, Halloween. Director John Carpenter was upfront about why he decided to cast the daughter of Psycho's Janet Leigh as his lead. Smart marketing for his indie horror flick.
Oh, look.
Look where?
Behind the bush.
I don't see anything.
Psycho was a modern horror masterpiece, and Lee's on-screen death was a defining cinematic moment. Ultimately, Curtis's casting turned out to be doubly effective. She was a huge get, not only for her pedigree, but also because she turned out to be an undeniably good performer.
I'm scared. There's nothing to be scared of.
Are you sure? How?
I killed him.
You can't kill the boogeyman.
As Halloween's final girl, Laurie Strode, she launched a career and embodied a horror movie archetype. She would go on to play other roles in other genres, but her movie debut is still one of her most famous appearances.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
Which of these Nepo babies wowed you with their talent? Let us know in the comments.
I see you have made your decision. Now let's see you enforce it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.